How's it going? Okay, we have the final numbers on everything. Trucking, mattress, oil, the ED offices, everything's ready to go. Contracts, attorneys, the whole nine, all legal, all set up, all safe, all backed by collateral or equipment. So that's ready to go. If you're ready, we're ready. So let's get to it. The trucking, we have a contract for 26-foot box trucks with a lift gate, basically almost like a moving truck. All you have to have is liability insurance. This contract will start out at $1,800 to $2,000 a week, which it will go up. We're going to have it mixed with another company. Right now it's with one company that we have. That is what the payout is, but there's another contract that we can fit into that one and do it as well. So these numbers are minimum, and you're talking like 3 to 5 year contracts, and all you have to do is supply the truck. So I mean, there's no way you can go wrong on this deal. Now these are minimum numbers, so it can go up. Also, we have another contract. It's for a 26-foot box truck with the swing gate, swing doors on the back, like the semi-truck swing doors. They open in the middle, and a sleeper. But those type of trucks are like $100,000, so it pays a lot more a week. You're talking like $3,000, maybe $4,000 a week. But I mean, you're talking about $100,000 truck. So I'm just giving you guys what you guys want to do and get into right now. So this truck used, you could probably find, I don't know, depends on what you look for and stuff. Maybe, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000 range, something like that. Depends on the mileage and everything. So the sleeper truck, the $100,000 truck, it can't be more than 10 years old, but I don't even think there is any of them that exist that are more than 10 years old, because they're kind of a new style. But those will be going in and out of state. The driver will be staying overnight. So yeah, it's like, maybe $3,000 to $4,000 a week. But I'm suggesting you get in with this contract, and then you move into the other and get other types of trucks. So now that is this one for delivery, and the contract on this one. We do have the contract still for like the Sprinter vans, which we do have nailed down. Sprinter vans with a tall roof is the ideal cargo type delivery for subcontracting for FedEx, Amazon, and some other packages. And we're trying to pick up another contract that's going to be delivering liquor. So that price right now is just one contract that we have, not counting, Amazon and the liquor. That's just a FedEx deal. So I'm giving you really low numbers, just because I'd rather give them low than overpromise. So once everything's in and started, you're talking, I mean, the weekly amount on all these things can go way up. And on the Sprinter vans, we'll probably just do it as 2-week payout increments, but the pay will accumulate every week. So it's just simpler accounting and all that stuff, because it's going to be a lot of paying the drivers and paying the cargo insurance. You just have to pay for the liability insurance. The money will cover the maintenance and all the extra stuff to get this thing taken care of, and it'll be full turnkey and everything. You just have to maintain your liability insurance and have the truck that's in good operating condition, tires and all that kind of stuff. Other than that, that's it. So I'm just saying, the minimum you're talking is like, $1,500 a week. Big deal. I mean, it might be more once we get that going. Well, it will be more once we get the other two contracts put in with it. And while we're doing that, it'll increase. So that's how the trucks are going to be big money. Like I said, like 3 to 5 years on these deals. So once you have it down, I'm sure the numbers will go up within a month or by the end of the month, once it's all set up. And then you go from 2 to 10 trucks. You're talking easy. You set it up right, you'll do like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a week if you get enough trucks and you just scale up and expand. And also we have a contract now that when I mentioned the 27, these are 26-foot box trucks as well. For this one, The sleeper with the swing doors, we have a contract on that. You're talking like 3,000 to 4,000 a week. So this whole thing is progressive type business. So if you want to do this, and or the Sprinter vans, or if you just have enough money to get into this Sprinter van, which these things you could pick up around $12,000 to 20. A good one for 20. I mean, a killer brand, almost brand new. Well, really good one for like totally good one for like 30,000. So, but you can find them for 12, 15,000, maybe 20,000. They're cheap. Or I can help you get financing on them. So that's 1, 2, 3. The third one is the sleeper with the swing doors, and then I have a final fourth contract, which I'll wait till you guys get in these two that we can nail down, which is a full 53-foot semi-truck contract that basically the gross on that per truck, you're talking like $500,000 a year. So the net on one semi-truck you probably pull, if we did it right and we work our cargo insurance, because that's the biggest expense on this. So one full semi-truck would probably net, maybe if we pull it right, like $250,000 per truck. So you have 10 trucks, you're making $2.5 million a year. Boom, not doing shit. That's the whole trick to this. So all these can pull $1 million a year or close if you do enough trucks, or the way you set it up and you scale up. But you can't afraid, once you see it works and you start making money, you can't be afraid to be getting into it and buying more and more assets to make more money. So okay, now we have the horizontal oil rig drilling. That is right now set up. We have like the contract with 5,000 wells. It doubles. It actually makes each well produce 5 times more. So the increments of investment for the equipment, it's just depending on the amount of people that are going to invest in these equipment is different for each one. But the minimum is 32,000. It pays out like 5,000 a month. The full investment per increment really would be like on one, because we have several people per each deal. Would be 64,000, and minimum is 10,000 a month. Now, like I'm saying, these are minimum numbers because we don't want to overestimate. And there's a small setup between. It's not really a learning curve; it's a productivity curve. So the crew, the equipment, everything can be streamlined and sped up and done other things. And to make more money on this, we have another team that's going to go ahead and prep the wells and things like that, which is more money, and different other expenses that are going to be generating revenue, or different other facets or services is going to generate revenue for the people that own the wells. It's like a lot of Indians and all these stuff that own the wells, and the contracts are already set up. So that's definitely going up. That's an easy increase. I'm saying if you delegate your businesses and you get your money in these things on turnkey, you're making tons of money. Versus everybody's intent is to like go run your own business, but 99% of the people that go start their business never get to the point where it runs on their own. This is running on its own, making its own money, and just exponential money. So that's how you guys set everything up. Now the last one is the ED offices. Right now, the added revenue on this, just the ED alone, you're talking like $10,000 a month on $64,000 for the equipment. That's not as many people that need to get into it as the oil. So the profit on that, you're talking, minimum is 10,000. That's barely any. I mean, that's killer money for nothing. But that's not counting the women anti-aging, sexual rejuvenation, because it's sound wave acoustic technology that can be done on soft tissue for men or women, and women spend more money than men on spas and therapies like that. So there's a couple levels of treatments, from internal to external, all these things on the soft tissue, and the rejuvenation of the stem cells. So that is major, huge money, and it is making bank, big money. You have soft tissue sports injury therapy. So you got like the athletes, the high school, the colleges, all these that are going to be doing it. You have the facial, you have the weight loss, the hair loss for men and women, and then you got the testosterone anti-aging. So all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra revenue streams. That thing should be banking out about, well, when it's all capitalized upon, easily anywhere from 10 to 50, maybe 60,000 a month. I mean, that is a hot, kick-ass business. It makes a ton of money. So you guys are gonna. Sometimes when you get into stuff, you don't realize how good it is. But I know later on in life when you notice something and it goes well and you make tons of money, you're like, boy, thank God I made that decision. And then you remember, boy, there's a key point or two in your life before that, or other times you'll think, man, I really fucked up and missed on that deal. But yeah, that's one of them. So, all right. So the oil, like I said, the money on that one can generate more. That is for the equipment with the full setup and the equipment, and like a 3/4 of the horizontal rig for supplies, and then there's a whole welding crew that goes on with it, and another crew, and the prep crew, and those are things. So that money can definitely go up because there's other services that are going to be involved in that as well. And that's such a super big deal. And that type of investment is going to be monthly as well. But the big upside on the oil is so huge is because right now the company that's doing it has all the 5,000 contracts, and you're messing in the backyard of all the big boys of like Chevron, BP, and the large super oil companies. So that is only a matter of time. Maybe I would say, I don't know, a couple of years out before there's probably going to get bought out. And if you get bought out, you're getting a percentage of the whole purchase. So I mean, that's a strong hardcore investment. I mean, that's big time. So no matter how you look at it, I mean, that's definitely a win-win. Okay, so the final one is the mattresses, the wholesale mattress setup. Basically, you can get in at a small investment of $25,000, depending on what tier level of beds that you want to get. At $25,000, you can basically quadruple your money, and that level, if you want to go with that tier, that's the higher tier. That's going to be like your name brand mattresses. That will be Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, all that stuff, and that is them coming in the plastic and with a 3-year warranty. So that's what Barry does, and his are in between Walmart and Sam's, and those are the name brands. But you can do it the other level where I mentioned earlier, it has the damaged freight or whatever, and you can buy it and it's cheap, and then you're making like 4 to 6 times your money. So you want to mix it up. So once you mix it up, if you have a store of about 2,000 square feet, you put it wherever, and then you hire some guys with the signs, you get it, and you can sell it at 50% off, 70% off, and still make, quadruple your money, depending on what you want to do. I mean, even at 50% off, you're making quadruple. So this is basically the layout. Freight in the United States usually isn't too bad, but you can get a discount on the freight depending on what you want to, how much you want to put in it. I mean, smallest increment for the mattresses, you're looking at $25,000, and you want to get into appliances, the aftermarket appliances, you can get into that, and the furniture, like the Lazy Boys or the recliners, things that sell big time, but the refrigerators, stoves, and all that, it's right there. So your tiers are basically this. Your lower class tiers are your super cheap stuff, or your open coil, in-case sides, the lower Sealy and Simmons models, that one's, then you have your Posturepedics and the next grade up. So you probably want to mix it up. Maybe if you're going to do like the name brand stuff like tier 6, you can do tier 6 at like $25,000. It's just, how many beds is going to come in each deal. And right now we have a load of 13 truckloads of all this stuff. So 13 53 footers full. So it really depends on how you want to split up your store. But no matter what, if you want to get some cheap stuff for the cheap people, you want to get the nice stuff. Even this nice stuff, that's gonna, $25,000, you're gonna turn it and make $100,000 all day long. So every one of Barry's stores makes $1 million a year. I mean, it's easy, no brainer. That is like slam dunk. These are all basically, this is your turnkey businesses. So there you go. You guys give me a call. You want to get things going, let me know on the so by the end of July we're going to have the oil the ED offices, everything's going to be ready to go and full. So if you want to get a deposit now to guarantee your place, you can get a deposit. We have the contract with the attorney. You get all the paperwork, the whole nine, and it goes down. Then the final numbers, the final money you would need to get would be before the end of July. So, and that's for the first office in Atlanta. I mean in Oklahoma City. Then it's going to Atlanta, Denver, and some other cities. But that thing's going to go off the chart, especially with all these extra services, which nobody else is doing. And even if somebody tries to copy us, it won't matter because we've got the specialists, the doctors, the whole nine, the whole model setup is ready to go. I mean, that's just, it's a no-brainer. Everything's ready to go. Trucks are ready to go. I mean, if you can get a good price on the trucks, I can help you, tell you where to buy them. My dealer can get them, or I could even get, well, we could even get you new ones. I could even get you a brand new 53-foot semi-truck with no money down. But those trucks are like 100 to 150,000. But I mean, so what? The payment's low and it makes tons of money a month. But you want to just start out with the Sprinter vans and the 26-foot, box truck with a lift gate. I mean, those are good. So there you go. These are all easy stuff. Slam dunks. Okay, give me a call at 312-473-4163. Thanks.